just gotta fix the corners, push them down. My bag's there, but and try out this new liner. Haven't tried it out yet. Turn this light on in order to see in here. This tent does an excellent job of blacking out the light. Watch. See how bright it is outside. Welcome back to the channel, fam. We are out here in beautiful northern Arizona. Just finished up an assignment. Shot some stuff, was invited out to do a pilot for Netflix/Amazon series. Just a pilot though. So everyone's gone. Shout out to my Casey Highlights fam for the invitation. Represented Fieldcraft Survival. And then stay tuned. Typically these TV shows take 6 months before we see anything. So, but out here in my Rome Vagabond, got the annex going. So what better time to kind of go over this guy? And I have a new upgrade to it, and I got a ton of stuff on the truck too since the last phase 2 video I did. If you guys want to see that, go back, it's in there. But I'm not going to do the truck yet. Today we're going to focus on the Vagabond. First things first, let's take care of some business. Full disclosure, I am an affiliate partner of Rome Adventure Co. I met them at the Casey Highlights summer camp that Fieldcraft Survival stepped in and did some of the survival and training stuff, and I was a part of that. So that was a little over a year ago. 2 years ago, was it? A year ago, 2 years, I don't know. Anyways, I met Nick and the Rome Adventure Co. guys there. Good dudes. I originally already had reached out to them and said, hey man, I really like the products that you guys are pushing out, would you be interested? And then that kind of setting where I met them in person is how that developed. But the reason I tell you that is just because, full disclosure, you can use my code Hernandez, like my other affiliates, to get 10% off on the Rome products. And again, I'm not getting paid for this video. I just wanted to get on here and show you some of the stuff that I'm using, my first impression. But also I added something new to it as of a month ago, that I haven't got a chance to test out yet. And that is the inner liner. Before we go into that, I just wanted to give you a real quick walk around of my first impressions. I've had it for a couple months now. You've seen it in my other videos where we used it for day camping. My infant, my baby girl, now she's only 5 months. But when we first started taking her out, the annex did really well. And obviously a rooftop tent was really well because she could nap. We were still in that phase where she was eating every 4 hours. Actually, we still are. In the beginning, is every 2 hours. We didn't have her out that soon. But a rooftop tent just gives us that added option and structure to facilitate the family. So that's the reason why I got the annex. The Vagabond does not come with the annex, but is an addition to it. I really like it. The reason why it's up to date, even though it's only me, is because yesterday out here in northern Arizona, they did get hit with some weather, which came in the form of storm and rain. So I have a bunch of gear out, you can see on my table, that I didn't want to leave one in the truck, but I wanted to access it too while I was in the tent. And that's why the annex is there. So it's just an added convenience for me this weekend and for this trip. So that's why it's up. Also, how am I supposed to show it to you? What's interesting too is this morning I woke up a little bit later than what I thought. And the only reason was because this thing blacks out the light. But there are two moonroof type deals up top where they do let light in. I had everything blocked off. So in the traditional sense, like tents have, you have the covers and the screen. I had the screens and the covers closed. And then I also had that liner that I was telling you about. And man, it just blocked out everything. So I slept in a little bit, which I had intended to do because we went to bed late. You guys know that when we're out camping, we stay up till 2, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning sometimes. But this morning, I was very surprised by how dark it was in there. Huge plus for those of us who do that at night and want to sleep in. One of the main questions I get, especially being from Arizona, Yes, this is Arizona. A lot of people think that Arizona is a desert. It is not a desert. It has a desert. This is some of the higher elevation. Right now I'm at 6687, so 6,000, almost 700 feet up. And we get really great elevation climbs and the weather that goes with it. So one of the questions I get a lot about that is the black hot? And so far I've had it out in 85, 90 degree weather, and absolutely not. It vents really well. Like I said, it's got the 2 skylights, windows all the way around. You can make it so that air passes through it, and it will not, heat you up and sweat through the night. Last night though, I think I got us somewhere around 30 degrees, 31 degrees, when I was checking on it. And, not too cold, not like, 0 degrees or -5 or anything like that for the winter campers, especially this time in, oh geez, it's almost May. Yeah, today's the 24th. So insulates you pretty well. I do like how Rome does this. This is the 2nd generation, if I'm correct. I could be wrong on that, don't quote me. This is the 2nd generation of the Vagabond. They like to go through, and if you know Nick, he's an engineer, and he really does a great job of applying that engineering mindset to everything, and they do like to go in and reevaluate, like the materials and whatnot. But the best part about this tent, and this is really why I like it, is it has a 3-inch memory foam mattress. And that to me is just everything. At home, I have a memory foam mattress in our king size bed at home. But if you can have just that little bit of luxury when you're out here enjoying the outdoors, to me, that's everything. Other than that, I'll take you on the inside so you can see how I have it set up. But it does have a condensation mat, the 3-inch memory foam, a condensation mat, and then I'll kind of take you over how I set it up and how I used it this trip. You can see here in the annex, it does a great job of closing everything off. Like I said, the reason why I did that is because I had my gear in here and I didn't want it to get wet in the event that it was going to rain. You have these boot bags, which I love. I use them. Just had my boots in there. And then you have extra storage with the little bungee trap here. Lots of space. I've actually had my Nemo blow up bed mats in here, so I can do 2 of them, and then 2 over here, so easily you can sleep a couple more people. And that's why I got it. You guys know the family's big for me. What's cool about the liner too is it has, let's see if we can see it. It has these snaps that just hook around the structure, the inner structure of the tent. So the bars that loop around, it's got those. Obviously it's from Rome, so they did tailor make it to this tent, which is excellent. This is a staple for us. It's my Eagle Powers blankie. If your last name ends in Z, then you probably have one of these or grew up with one of these. So, I got to have it in there. Nemo's the new hotness. This is something that I've been using even when I was doing the, the History Channel A&E series, which actually, you know what? That show releases this weekend. Yeah. I was just a staff on that, but this is part of the stuff that they gave us. I got my Footcross Survival 80-liter bag back there. Stay tuned for those. There's like a suite of stuff that is coming out. I'll let you know about that. But all good things. I don't have any complaints. I will tell you, though, that the liner does give you that added section. I don't know if you can hear the wind. It was barely windy last night, so I haven't had a chance to run it in the wind yet. But if you're sleeping in a tent and your body heat, is creating this layer of almost like condensation, right? It interacts with the materials, the atmosphere, and your body heat. And there was a little bit of condensation like on my camera lens and stuff. You'll see it in the morning as I was trying to get out here. But it wasn't bad at all. I've slept in like pop-up tents where they were dripping on me and it was just super annoying. I haven't had that experience. I don't know if I even got that cold last night and it was just me. But no cons, man. I love the black color of this thing. I love the space for my family. If you're thinking about getting it, I would say try it out. I've been using it, like I said, for this last year and really do enjoy it. So getting ready to tear it down and head home, put it away. And I like these bungees that they put 4 of them on each end, because if you've ever had a rooftop tent that doesn't have these, the material like that will, naturally move, and with the pressure escaping when you're closing it, get everywhere. So this does help that out, and I appreciate you, Rome, for that. Now, in comparison to some of the other stuff that I've ran, ground tents you guys have seen, we just ran Moab, Utah, and I ran the Nemo ground tent. Totally doable. Rooftop tents are kind of, they're kind of one of those luxuries that for stuff like this is a lot of fun. They do tend to create some debate, let's call it that, within, the social media sights. I like this one a lot. You've seen I've taken it off a couple times so I can do more like off-road trips. But the reason I do that too is because I have destroyed rooftop tents. If you guys have been following me for a while, we did a Falcon Tire trip before or after Overland Expo, and I had a front runner that was a little more on like the budget friendly side. And I had on the top of my JK, we were out in Thrasher Canyon or Smasher Canyon, whatever it's called, and I listed heavy on the rear side into the wall, and it just like shredded that thing. So just something to consider. Rome, guys, if you will bring back that hard shell, I think that'd be perfect for me because it's easier to set up and tear down. This one isn't bad at all. I mean, obviously with rooftop tents, it is going to take you, you know, 10, 15 minutes at most, I would say. I can do this pretty quickly on my own, but just something to consider. Rooftop tents, you don't have to have them, but if you are, I mean, why wouldn't you get the best? So that's all I got today. So if you guys are interested in knowing some of the new stuff that we've done, you can see from here, you know, things are actually new. I'll probably do another walk around because I have been getting a lot of DMs also on Instagram. If you're not following me there, make sure you do that there. Like, subscribe if this is something that you like. I have several videos in the works. Some of you know. Now my whole thing with Footcraft Survival is I'm constantly on the road and getting content for you guys and for Footcraft Survival. Stay tuned. You'll see some of the other trips that I got planned. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, and I'll catch you on the next one.